account management and sales. Are they the same or are they different? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So account management and sales, a lot of people think that it's the same thing. You're selling stuff to accounts, right? That's what you're doing. You're managing accounts and you're selling stuff to them. Unfortunately, there's some things that are same and then there's some things that are different. And we're going to talk about that in this video. See, now I started out in sales. I was a territory manager. I had a whole bunch of customers and my task in sales was to sell a whole bunch of product. So that meant I was covering a whole bunch of our current customers, prospecting to find new customers, and grow my territory. That was the whole part of what our organization was about. And the way that the business owner kind of put it is, in this territory manager in sales, you're basically running your own business. How would you handle the business with the customer base you already had, and how do you grow it and make it grow bigger? And in sales, that's basically what you're doing. You're trying to grow your profit margins. You're trying to grow your market share. You're just trying to grow anybody and everybody. And in business consumer, you're trying to get more consumers to buy. If you're in business to business, you're trying to get more businesses to do that. And here's what I ended up doing that helped our organization grow when I had my territory in Florida. And I was actually going to the businesses, but then I was going to their customers and I was selling to both of them. And I would bring customers to businesses, and to the areas that I didn't have customers, I would bring in a list of all those people that I talked to and says, hey, you want to be set up? Because we were a two-step distribution, so it went to a dealer, then to the customer. I netted quite a few new dealers because of that. I would just basically go out and look at who could buy my product, and I would research the heck out of the territory and sell more product, grow the business. I mean, we doubled in down economies. When everything was crashing in 08 and 09 and all that stuff, we were growing at rates of like 40 and 50%. That's what we did in sales. And it was busy. I was on the road about 110 nights a year trying to grow my territory and my sales and business. And it was kind of like a growth opportunity and learning all about business and how it functions with the logistics and operations and all that stuff. So that's basically where sales is. Sales gets a target, they got to go grow it somehow, and it's whether they grow businesses or they grow customers. That's basically where sales is. Now, I've also been in account management. And account management basically says you have these accounts and you're set to grow them. You have no opportunities. Sometimes you get a little opportunity if there's newer accounts growing to mature them and grow them into better customers. And in account management, a lot of times it's just trying to manage. You know what management really means is keep things flowing. Well, it's kind of hard to get sales growth when you're just trying to keep things going. You're trying to manage the relationship with set customers. And a lot of times, a lot of account managers have finance degrees because you're trying to understand what your profitability is, what the costs are, and how to manipulate that so you can grow your profits. And it's kind of like counting pennies and beans and all that stuff. So it's a little bit different than going out and selling to anybody and everybody. You're just set with these accounts. How do you grow them? How do you get that to be more successful? They all, though, have the same kind of tools, that every new customer you have has a cost associated with it. You've got time, you've got all the other different people that have to deal with that customers, whether it's customer service or warranty, all that stuff. You have all of those costs when you're building new customers. So that's where they're the same. And you got to sit there and understand, is this customer worth growing? In both of them. That's right. You got to study at the beginning of every year when you're trying to get your target of where you got to go to understand if your customer base is going to be able to achieve it, or if you need to make some changes. You need to maybe move out of this one business and over to their competitor. Is that person got more market share or whatnot? That's where they're saying. In account management, though, it's a little different because, again, you're set with these customers and you're set to grow them. So you're pulling out that file cabinet and you're looking at the products that they have that they buy from us now, what else could they buy from us? How could we grow that business? And account management kind of comes into place when you're dealing with multi-million-dollar accounts, trying to grow those because they're a mature customer. And you can only support a few of those. You can't do 20 and 18 and high numbers of those because you just don't have enough time in the day for all of the issues that pop up. As you can in sales. Sales is kind of lower dollar values, and you're just trying to grow the market share and sell more product. But when you're getting into multi-million and billion-dollar customers, that's where they kind of funnel you into account management, and that's where you get a lot of the finance involved, studying the profitabilities and all that stuff of each customer and product set and all that stuff. And you're doing negotiations on raw materials and all that other stuff. So they're kind of the same, but a little different. Both of them have their benefits, but they both have disadvantages as well. So when you're getting into those positions, really understand what the organization's looking for when you're applying for those positions. And if you're trying to do the hiring, you need to level set and understand what you want your potential candidate to do, so that way they are successful. Because you can get people that are natural born salespeople that love going out and selling the market, but then if you tie them into just a couple accounts, they're going to get bored. And then they're going to move on to another position, which means you're going to have to hire another person, and you're going to have costs associated with that because they're not going to be as fast when you have to train somebody else. Okay? So if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out. My contact information is below. Take you to my website, my emails, whatever you need to get in touch with me. If this video was helpful, hit like, share, subscribe, send it to somebody you think it might benefit. Because that's why I do these videos, to help you. We'll see you next time.